I do believe that trans boys are, like, the avant-garde of masculinity, for sure. I'm Stasia Coup.
I'm Killer Bunny.
And we're going to talk about masculinity.
So what's the objective?
I think the objective is to...
recreate the childhood we never had.
Yep. This is the boyhood we never got. This one time, I was like running back to my job because like I had to make a smoothie and I had to go get like frozen pineapples from the other side of the street, and I was running back, and I was running in like a very like feminine way, and so this guy from my work was like pulled me aside. He's like, Artie, I'm gonna like show you how to run. And I was like, cool, I'm gonna make this smoothie.
Which holidays are mask and which ones are femme?
Which holidays are mask?
Christmas, I feel like, is very fun because it involves baking and pretty lights.
Okay.
I feel like many young gay men still kind of like conform to heterosexual like standards, though, until they've had time to unpack it. Yeah? I don't know. I didn't grow up as a gay boy. I grew up as a lesbian.
That's true, you did.
So I don't know how that works. Do you know that it's a boy?
This is the same balloon that you brought me after I got top surgery.
It is.
I was just a straight girl before I came out.
Oh, bless you.
I'm really masculine out of drag now, but before I came out, I was like, I had like really long blonde hair, and I did makeup every day and shit like that.
You're actually probably one of the most masculine boys I know.
Thank you.
And I think I can only tolerate it because I know you're trans. Otherwise, like, if you were cis, I would be like, fuck this
I would be
person.
way too much of a
douchebag.
Yeah, that's true. Well, I guess, yeah, I don't know, I'm just confident. I tried to play baseball because I had like a masculinity inside of me that didn't make sense to me, so I tried to express it in ways that were like traditionally like, you know what I mean? I got like one hit the whole season, and they stuck me out in the like all the way out in the field, you know what I mean? Because I didn't know what I was doing, but they felt bad.
Put him in the field.
Put him in the field. I don't think I would have come out as soon as I did if it hadn't been for drag. Like, I was like, back then, identifying as like a cis woman. I always thought of drag as like men dressing up as women, which is not really at all what drag is about. And then I went to shows and I saw that there were like all different kinds of people with all different kinds of bodies and all different kinds of genders that did it. I started, you know, like dressing up and like performing and stuff like that. And I remember I was backstage at like Neighbors one time, and everybody was like getting all out of drag. They were just boys, and I remember like looking in the mirror and thinking to myself like, I wish I could just like take it all off and like be a boy. And that was like my epiphany moment where I was like, oh, that's that weird feeling that I've been feeling my entire life.
Wait. You ate the green one? Oh, is there a hole in his tongue? Things that threaten masculinity.
Femininity. Men are hella scared of women.
Tell me about it, stud.
Halloween is non-binary.
Halloween is non-binary. Like, my attraction to men, I think, didn't make sense to me because, like, now it makes sense because it was in a gay way, but I think I couldn't process that because I still saw myself as a woman. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
But now it's like, oh, I like men in a faggy way.
Right. I always say God knew that I was going to be a bottom, so he gave me a third hole to make it easier. So I feel like when people hear about, like, trans boys like us who, like, are boys but, like, are trans but, like, still like men and, like, sometimes still dress like this.
I feel like I look like a princess who's trying to, like, sell you something. And you look like...
I'm not buying it. They don't really get that, even though there are cis men who are basically do like just that.
Yeah.
There are lots of cis men who do drag and have boyfriends, and they're seen as like revolutionary, you know.
Mardi Gras is not only mask, it's like frat mask, because it's like
yeah.
get drunk and look at boobies.
Oh yeah.
Like for me personally in the community, I don't experience a lot of like rejection based on my transness, but I experience a lot of fetishization based on my transness. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Like a lot of like, oh, brr.
4th of July.
Ooh.
That's mask because
Mask.
that's about murder.
Yeah. Mass murder.
Can we talk about the specific type of trans guy that models himself after like super toxic examples of cis men?
It's a goddamn tragedy.
It's a tragedy, and it frustrates me because it's like those are all the worst parts of masculinity, and I feel like
why, if you can actively choose your masculinity, like why choose literally every bad thing?
we've had to experience what it's like to be viewed as a woman and what it's like to be treated as a woman. So it makes even less sense to me when I see trans men who then like turn around and like do the exact same thing.
Well, actually, it makes total sense, because
It makes
you
total
want to
sense.
like distance yourself as far as possible from it, and so like attacking it and like pushing it away from you is like the best option.
It makes no sense, but it also does.
I hate it, but I understand it. As a trans man, you have to perform such heightened masculinity in order to be taken seriously. I personally have embraced failure.
As an alpha male, I can't relate.
Hi, can I show you something? Alvin and the Chipmunks is the classic tale about positive and toxic masculinity and femininity. The three chipmunks, Alvin, Simon, and Theodore, represent the different ways that you can be masculine or feminine. Theodore is toxic feminine, Alvin is toxic masculine, and Simon is neutral, and they clashed and collided until Dave came in and neutralized them all, so they became better counterparts with their female band, which I don't remember the name of it was, but they showed their coochies. They did.
In the name of masculinity, we're gonna make up a secret handshake because that's what boys do.
Yeah. I'm Calvin.
I'm Artie.
And today we're gonna come up with a secret handshake. I've never come up with a secret handshake, I don't think. So what's the format?
Well, first has to be a secret. So it's already ruined.
So we already didn't do that part.
I think that you reach into your spirit and think about what defines the friendship, and then try and make that be expressible through hand movements.
Cool.
Anyway, what defines our friendship?
Well, we're bros.
Asses.
D. Business.
Bros.
Butterflies.
Belbos.
Business. Bros. Butterflies. Belbo. Bubbles. Brick wall. Body check. Butt bump. Boy pussy. Brought a pussy that's a boy with us, so that's our show.
Cats are girls and dogs are boys, and I won't be taking any questions.